all about. And let me see if I can pull it up.
Fights, shootings, and murders.
Y'all can't see
They
it,
don't
can you?
just affect those involved in the altercation. The collateral damage spread.
Give me 1 second. All right, there we go.
Just ask the mom of Rodriguez Johnson, who was murdered 7 years ago.
When you take a life, you take the lives of those people that love that person. Like my son, I mean, it's every day that I have to live with that. I have to think
You all
about
hear
it
that?
every day.
That
Yes.
is why she is glad the city
Yes.
has decided to challenge its citizens to 100 days of no violence.
Glad to know that people are stepping up to do something about it, because if we could go 100 years without a homicide, that would be wonderful.
But this challenge goes beyond homicides. Birmingham City Councilman Jay Roberson has a bigger plan.
The violence is violent. I don't care what kind of violence it is. We've got to do some things to help address this. And as you see, the trend is really amongst our young people.
City officials hope the youth of Birmingham uses this 100 days of no violence challenge to come up with other ways to deal with conflict
That's Devon
without
Terrius.
resorting to violence.
A situation and you feel like you need to pick up a gun or any type of weapon to defend yourself or to solve the problem, that's not the answer. Talk it out first.
So we tied the civil rights movement into the nonviolence movement for Birmingham, and young people really embraced it.
The day that changed Birmingham and America, children marched through the streets of downtown Birmingham and were arrested in the name of freedom. And that anniversary is remembered with a twist, changing the lives of today's young people. May 2nd and 3rd, 1963 changed America.
Change came about that would allow you to.
And that's our former mayor, William Bell. So that's 16th Baptist Church, the same church the 4 little girls got killed
The
in.
mayor says these students can make a difference in their lives and the community. As for those,
And so we had forums, we've had discussions.
Boys and girls stood up to say we won't be denied anymore. Change rather than pain over America.
the students were urged to stay in school and to stay out of trouble with the law.
Everybody should come together and stand as one instead of killing each other.
I don't want to play the whole thing because I know y'all want to be respectful of you all's time. So I'll move it forward and kind of give you some ideas of, like, here's where we had this is the kickoff press conference, the first one ever for the actual 100 Days of Nonviolence. And the youth from Winona High School led this effort.
Good morning. This month, each high school will have pep rallies for a purpose, where we will celebrate the 100 days of no violence with the entire student body. We will join together in the month of November to serve those less fortunate. In December, there will be a town hall meeting to discuss issues that our youth face. In January, on Dr. King's birthday, we will join forces with all youth in the Birmingham and surrounding areas, law enforcement, civil rights activists, and community leaders to celebrate our history of change in honor of Dr. King. In these 100 days, we will keep it 100. Thank you. Good morning. We will pledge to 100 days of no violence. understand that by participating in this movement, I will hold myself accountable and actively involved with my peers and mentors in effort to refrain from any acts of violence or negative behavior. In doing this, I am building the strength within the city of Birmingham to use historic efforts of youth service as the solution to address problems in our community. Thank you for your support. Now will you all join me in signing the pledge? Thank you.
So that gives you an idea there of how we got the youth engaged, and how they were able to speak. We helped them coordinate the press conference. We brought them in. We met with the leadership of various schools throughout the community in Birmingham. We engaged the 7 large high schools in the city, some of the so-called who's who at those schools, to make sure those young people were visible and outspoken, and it worked. And we also had some of the knuckleheads. So it was a very good program. You can look at this on YouTube at your convenience.